Okay, it says we're live, so we should be live. Hello, everyone. Let's see.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yes, indeed. Pretty cool.
Let's see if they can see us, so they can hear us.
Yeah. Say hello if you can hear us.
Yeah, I need to be monitoring the Lefthouse YouTube stream. I bet that would be a good idea. You can't.
Well, it says up in the corner there, nobody's watching yet. You see the little eye? I'll bring Uncle Max in here.
Yeah, we will. We'll bring Max in.
There he is.
Okay, we're loud and clear. Cheese, I want to. Hey, all right, we got Max coming in. This is gonna be. Look, we had the $200 million budget, production value, quality value, and then I boneheaded and left some equipment and then did a thing. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm clear. We've got everybody in. I can't see the city center right now because I'm not over there. As a matter of fact, what I am gonna do,
I can go in on my phone. That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. All right. So we can actually. How can we see Max but we can't hear Max? Is he behind?
Oh, we can hear him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Can I not? So I have a play button.
Oh, weird. I can hear him. You can't hear him?
I can't hear Max.
What the hecky?
Let's see. Oh, I see him now. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get my source audio.
Check.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Fantastic. And Max, we are going to have you stream the walkthrough on the theater. If you don't have that pulled up, we will get it pulled up. I'm going to try, because I can't see inside of the plaza just yet, inside the City Center Plaza. I do think that we do have audio loud and clear, but I'm going to play some music. I know More Cheese is in there. C. Prada's in there. Who else do we got live here? We got Zach Cassatra and Robzilla. It's good stuff. Awesome. Okay, so Cheese, I'm going to play some audio. You tell me if you can hear it. If it sounds like a ukulele coming through AM radio, let me know, and you'll love this one.
Uplando, you're a bloody drongo.
All right, could you hear that? All right, Cheese, because I'm going to do some music, and then if it's terrible, we'll find out. We'll see.
That was good on my end.
Good on your end?
Yeah.
Max, you got audio pretty good on your end?
Yeah, seems good.
Okay, all right. So people, let's see what Cheese is typing in, then I'll get myself all squared away. Sounds good. All righty. All right, let's get this thing going. Let me get back here. Let me make sure all the screens are good so I can see things. Okay, good. Thank you, people. Being patient with me. And Max has the patience, he's got the master patience. I don't know where he got them, but he's like the most chill dude, and I really dig it. I really appreciate you two guys being here. This is a makeup from last. All right. So I'm going to try and go through the setup, ladies and gentlemen, good people of Upland here in the Upland City Center, and we'll see how this goes. This could be a fun overload in the ears. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's get started. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Uplando Show. It is Thursday, March 14, 2024, and I am streaming live from the Upland City Center Plaza in San Francisco, California. My special guests tonight are Max Berkowitz, founder of Nowhere, and Brian Lefthouse McGuire, director of the upcoming Metaverse theatrical release, Rabbit Hole. Tonight's topics, Nowhere, the Metaverse platform, live entertainment, and virtual events. Did you know there's an entire community for support for your 3D world builders, development guides, Blender plugins? Max is going to serve you up some tea on all that. Later, Lefthouse artist, writer, director, actor, DJ, the original Upland content creator is here to give us a lowdown on the movie Rabbit Hole, player block explorer of the day, prizes for attendees, and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Uplanders all, stay tuned. Oh my gosh. If you're here, if this is the first time that you've been to an Uplando show, get ready, because I take up all the oxygen in the room. I have this tempo throughout the entire show. Boy, oh boy, are you all ready for a special treat. So hello, everyone here that's live. And for those of you viewing on YouTube and listening to the podcast on Spotify, thank you so much for doing so. This is a special edition of the Uplando show. As a matter of fact, the last show that I did, this is the first time that I've been back in a host position. But the last show that I did was over in Upland's Discord server in the Upland Cafe Voice channel. And my good friend, the Goldsmith, is now hosting that show and carrying that torch. He's carrying the cafe tradition over there. He, along with other Upland content creators, UCN members, such as More Cheese, Musita, the Upix podcast crew, and others, they broadcast here live. So do check them out. More info on that and those shows, head over to Upland's Discord server and check out the UCN Broadcasters channel. And it's very fitting that we're all here in this custom built Nowhere 3D space because that's the topic of tonight's show. Yeah, that's right. I have had the wonderful opportunity to interact and work with both guests tonight, Max and Lefthouse. And I really do feel like what they are about to unveil for you is something that Uplanders have been clamoring for since Uplanders first started building structures on their properties in Upland. And that's not just some little tidbit of tea or like a little lead in. No, that's for real. And you know what? I didn't get a whole lot of approval to do some of these things tonight. So you know what? We're just gonna fly completely over, under, across the radar and put this all out to you guys. So these structures that have been built, these individual structures, and the other unique structures such as the Lefthouse Theater, those are not decoration. All right. A lot of people have been, speculating and critical and thinking about this and saying, what are we going to do with these structures? But in my opinion, tonight, this is going to be a historical event because we're going to enter one of those structures. That means interior 3D interactive experience. It's going to be amazing. And we'll have our first look at what a player-owned structure is going to be like. And so Lefthouse is going to be that first Uplander to have his very own theater in the Upland metaverse. And Uplanders will be able to attend screenings of his movie Rabbit Hole within the coming week. And that's the big tease now. Before we get into all that, let's do some upkeep. Let's do some housekeeping. For those of you who are following along live, you can participate by dropping your questions and comments in the chat channel. I will be doing my very best to read some of those chats. I've got my I have my great group of people and friends inside the city center right now. They're going to be dropping me in some of those questions so that I can answer them throughout the show. And now for the disclaimer. The content of the Uplando show is not to be taken as financial or game strategy advice. The views and opinions expressed by Uplando, that's me or mine and mine alone. All other opinions and beliefs expressed by show regulars and guests of the show do not reflect that of the Upland City Center of the Uplando show. With all that said, let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Uplanders, get ready. Founder of Nowhere is here. Chief Product Officer, Design Director, the wizard behind the curtain. It's Max Berkowitz.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can this be? I mean, we are so far into the actual game of Upland, and things that we've been looking for in the past have been these structure builds. And I'm going to give a little bit of background for Max, and then I'm going to throw some questions at him, and you all may have some questions as well. But as the founder of Nowhere, when we first started to see some of the cafes and things that started to creep into Upland, we started to see what this 3D immersive experience was going to be like. And looking at your progression, just even from when you started, Max, to where you are now, it's really, really amazing. And we're all kind of frothing to learn all the details. So welcome to the show. Really appreciate you being here. Let's talk about where you came from to get the Nowhere platform up and running, and then how you got to be a partner or to be the provider of these in-world experiences that are cafes, Max. How did that all happen?
Sure. Well, Nowhere was started as a pandemic baby. Me and my co-founders come from experience design background, so we're doing a lot of immersive shows and productions, live music, installations, and I also came from before that was doing a lot more in advertising and like platform design kind of work. And so we went in the pandemic. We went to a bunch of Zoom birthday parties, and crazy Uncle Steve just gets to talk the whole time, and you don't actually get to talk to the other people. And so we wanted to create a place that you could have more many-to-many conversations, and people felt more at home. So trying to make a place where people could socialize online and where creators can create and make money virtually while the pandemic was shut down. And then, so we're all browser based, as you guys have probably seen. And we started talking to Upland when we started doing more outreach about doing API integrations and embeds. And we thought that the kind of combination of Upland's amazing community and platform mixed with the kind of social aspects and gamification and more kind of exciting like 3D experiences that you can get from nowhere. So that's where that partnership came from. And now we've got a lot of exciting things going on trying to build this deeper integration between Upland and nowhere.
And we've seen this. So some of the things, and I've had an opportunity to speak with you on a couple of occasions, and early on watching how this has progressed. We've had different events where Uplanders will come in, you're doing some stress testing, you're trying to get more people, stability, things of that nature. And when you really look at it as we've gone and as you continue to make upgrades or tweak settings and do things, it really does have that foundational feel of what would otherwise become our 3D in-game immersive experience. And one of the things that it really started to wrap, so I could wrap my mind around it, was I believe you did a custom experience that the entire internal part, or the 3D custom part, was all custom. I think that was a Rio build. Was that not that you had done? Was that one of the ones that you had with the ramps that went up to the landing and the slide and all that?
Oh yeah, for the Brazilian Immersive Fashion Week.
That one. Yes, of course. How can I forget? Yes. Tell us, when you're working with a group like that, is that something that you collaborate with, or with some of the things that I want to get into, like the world builder tools and some of the coding languages? Is that like Blender? Is that something that people or groups can provide to you and then you plug them in? Is that kind of how the process is?
Yeah, either direction. So we're happy to help build kind of like bigger custom worlds, or full-on custom experiences. We're starting to if we can make whole games, or like like if we do custom code integration and stuff, we can get fancier. But we're also super interested in you guys all making your own worlds, and then ultimately we can figure out how that becomes a marketplace most likely. But for now, if you want to make your own world, use it in your own space, you can get in touch with me, and we'll figure out how to make that happen. But yeah, basically they're all built through Blender. That example, Brazilian Immersive Fashion Week, they actually built that one themselves with some 3D builders that were in their community, and we've been working with them pretty closely for a couple of years now, doing their Fashion Week events. So it was exciting to bring that world that they were using with the other side of nowhere into being a collaboration with you guys in Upland.
So you said some magic words there, and I'm going to pause you because
sure.
When you say just contact me, go ahead, you're going to have this influx of emails coming in or DMs coming in, because this is something that we have been waiting for, and we have really been eager to watch get rolled out. And from the experience, and I'm gonna tease that out. We are going to see the interior of the actual 3D build of this theater. But you said games, and that really perked my ear up. And that's something that I don't know that people quite have grasped and have wrapped their head around. This is not just a 3D immersive build where you go into Blender and you make some really cool graphics and you're there in a 3D immersive space and you get to look around and do a couple things and go through the teleporter. From what I understand, you can, with your world builder and some of the languages like a Babylon JS, create full integrated games that are interactive 3D games inside the Nowhere experience. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So there's different tiers of how far you can go. So with our world builder, you can get really far. You can do like triggered events, full on animations, like sequences. So you could build kind of like puzzle worlds and figure out how to do stuff like that. And then if you actually want to do custom code to like fully build out a game, we're built on a game engine, like you mentioned, called Babylon JS. And that can really, it's an incredibly powerful engine. So we could theoretically build full on like RPG games that could actually open up through Upland through in the nowhere spaces.
It's just I don't, again, and in trying to put the emphasis on what you're bringing into the world of Upland for all the structures that are built in Upland. Is there any limitations on what the parameters or the prerequisites, or is it just what you have in your world builder tools? And let's talk a little bit about that world builder tools, but is there an entry level for this? How does that all work out?
Yeah, so if you get your basic tools, anything that's built in Blender, you can then upload to you can give to us, and we can upload to the servers and use it that way. And so if you know like basic Blender, you can get pretty far. And then if you want to get fancier, if you want to get fancier than that, then you'll need to either have custom code or have like deeper Blender knowledge. I'm not sure.
And when you say, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When you say custom code, what are the core competencies? What are the proficiencies that a developer would need to know? You talked about Blender, which is more of a graphical. It does have code in there, but it's more graphical. And then the Babylon JS, is that it, or is on your website with the world builder tools, is everything they need to know basically in that GitHub or in that wiki? How does it set up for world builders?
Yeah, so the custom code side, we haven't figured out how that rolls out exactly yet. So if that's something you want to go deeper than just what you can do in Blender, then you'd have to work with us to figure out how we actually roll that out. But if there's demand and people start doing this stuff on kind of one-off bases, then we'll actually start to build that into the Blender tools. Basically, if we see people going back and really getting excited about building stuff, we're going to keep investing time and effort to making them work better and be more robust for you guys as well.
That's great. I know that people really haven't, or as I know, found the community that you have that supports all of this. It's your own community of world builders. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how people can find it and how they can get started on collaborating and talking to others that have already done builds?
Yeah, totally. So you can check out our Discord. We actually are just about to launch an official Upland Nowhere Discord where we can talk a bit more specifics about you guys. There should be an announcement about that very soon. But we also have our main Discord that has a world builder community in there, and there's a bunch of people who are down to answer questions. If you've got projects that you're working on, we encourage you to share them and ask questions there. And you can find our builder tools. I think it's bit.ly. You can go to nowhere.io/spaces, and you'll be able to see some examples of worlds other people have built. And then if you scroll down, there's a link to the world builder guide.
We're going to put those links in both the YouTube stream, and then we'll also drop those here into chat and make those available in Upland through the different channels there, community projects, contests, and tools for the UCN broadcasters and other channels, so that people have an opportunity to get in, check it out, and find out what the community is all about. Because I think that really is going to be how players or enthusiasts that do know a little bit about Blender or how to code to really start to play around in that, and in a more like a sandbox environment. And that's what I was going to ask you. Can players that are, or developers, graphic designers that are starting to build in these 3D worlds, is there a checking system, or like I said, is that world builder documentation have some parameters, or is it as big as you can dream?
Well, with WebXR and especially, there are some limitations trying to make sure that performance works on like a phone through a browser and an app. But those outlines are in there. It's pretty robust, but it's something that you have to kind of take into account of all the different. If you have a higher poly count, then you need to kind of maybe have less textures. But that's all in there. And then we have alongside with the World Builder plugin that's for Blender, we have basically a previs software that we called World Runner, and that's basically nowhere in a standalone box that you can run locally, and so you can instantly see exactly what it's going to look like in nowhere and get full previs of what it's going to be when you hand it off to us.
It just, for the purposes of what people are taking this in and learning and understanding all this information right now, it's really incredible, Max. And what you have designed and built, and the tools that you have available, the community that you have, the partnership with Upland, and what we're about to experience with the theater, it really opens the possibilities for a in-game home experience for an Uplander that has set their home address in the world of Upland, and potentially, I don't know, I'm just off of the right off of from the hip, shooting from the hip, is that's what I see coming. And as much as I so want to put you on the spot and say, tell us all about, Max, how that's going to happen and when that's coming, I do feel like that's the natural progression of this. And I don't know that there would be any other limitation. Really, is your X marks the spot of a person's home or a custom structure or something that they have, and then they're building inside those parameters. Players, as we are going to do here soon, can walk through these 3D experiences and have this entire decoration and different frames that they can put on the wall and change things. I mean, that's really what we're about to see, right? That is, am I right on that?
Oh yeah, we're really trying to bring in more customization, make personalized spaces, figure out, we want to make this as flexible and like work with you guys as we can. We've got a lot coming up with adding more ways to connect Upland and Nowhere spaces together, and where that's gonna keep going.
Boy, right now I can feel X1 and Lisette writing frantic notes down of the demerits that I'm going to receive for spilling all this tea, but that's okay. I'm going to take the heat, Max. I'll take the heat. Let's go into the theater space that you have. If you can share your screen, this will be interesting because I hope that we can do that. Left may have to help me. We'll see if we can get this on screen for you all. And I think that once we do that,
all right,
let's check. And I believe full screen layout. I might have to have Left help me here. Novice, I can't hear you, buddy.
Is it right?
Yeah, we're on. The screen is on.
Left is telling me something. I
think we're live.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're live.
Let's see.
Cheese,
can you see the screen? Let's get some feedback from our
they can
watchers, from our attendees in the city center, and see if they can see on screen. I can't see on screen yet. Let's see. I just want to make sure, Max.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it on the YouTube as well.
Drop in and see what we got. I'm gonna just check with a couple people before we start explaining things. Let's see what she says. Yep. Okay. Excellent. Max, take us through the theater. Tell us what this is, what we're looking at, and as you're going through it, give us the heads up on everything that you would otherwise do through a walkthrough of something like this.
Yeah, sure. So this is the theater space. This is the first world that's going to be out here other than the cafe. And these are going to be rolling out. This is a little secret news if you want coming up, that we're going to start rolling out world passes soon. So you're going to be able to buy different 3D worlds through passes. There's more details and figuring that stuff out. But the theater space is going to be one of those. And Lefthouse gets to be the first one to try it out with all you guys. So this space, there's a lounge. All these frames we call them custom frames, but basically you can upload any content you want to these frames. Just quickly grab an image. I don't have anything super exciting, but here.
But the thing, and while you're doing this, Max, I want to point this out to people. This is the 3D immersive experience that we have heard. We have heard it mentioned. It has been talked about. It's been teased. And this is otherwise, it will be live for people to go into. But this is really exemplary of what it is that people are going to be able to do. And some of these images on the walls, I understand, can be the different sources that you can pull from are HTTP links, PNGs, other things. So it would be possible to link to an IPFS repository where images of an NFT like a Bored Apes or a legit NFT from Upland or something else. Is that correct? Am I right in saying so?
Yeah, so you can put anything you want into these, and with a link out. Ultimately, we will be figuring out how you can actually connect with your legits and actual objects within Upland, but that one will be coming soon with more details. But yeah, you can put any external link, and it opens in another tab. So if you want to sell NFTs through here, link out NFTs, merch, coffee, whatever you want.
Oh boy, right now it's Pavlov's dog. The salivation that's going on right now. We need to collect samples because people are definitely tongues on the ground, tails wagging. Continue through, as I can't see exactly where you're at in this, but go further in and tell us about the theater and the stage and how a user, a player that has one of these builds can show a full-length feature movie or GIFs or MP4s. What all is it that types of media that they can do, and what are the live different configurations that people can have in the theater?
Yeah. So in the broadcast tab, you can see that you'll get if you're either a host or a presenter in a space. You can screen share, do something called Take the Stage, which actually sends your avatar big up onto the stage. Let's see, you can see yourself here. And so that's one way to present, and then this amplifies your voice so you can hear yourself throughout the whole area. And you can, so there's Take the Stage, screen share. If you want to screen share audio, just you have to screen share a tab. So you go to a tab will also share audio, and it notes it again if you can't. But let's see. So you can see a screen comes up there. If you want to be fancy, you can actually there's a little button behind that you could open and close the curtain.
It's so good. I mean, look at the detail in this, Max, and that's the fun little nuances of it that you bring to it. Just little things like that. It's absolutely amazing. Continue on.
Yeah, trying to make things more fun, right? So if you want to, you can actually have the screens in front of that, and then but basically this is to show you can click on things to make stuff pop up. Over here you've got a little show a little mic and a stand if you want to have a little comedy
stand up with you. And I think that the for that type of environment, we've had something like that, not to this degree, nowhere near this degree, but this basically is attendance, right? You could have maybe a PO app or something else that you could attend. You have to purchase tickets or a block explorer or some other kind of method of entry that acts as your entry, your proof of purchase for entry, and then it's a show. I mean, you really literally can be inside this space. Will this be the legacy, or no, I shouldn't say legacy, but the pucks that you have, or will this have an integration? Because we were watching myself and Lefthouse run around. It looked like a full figured avatar that was running around. Which will we see?
So like when you go into this world, you'll be a full avatar, just like walking around a cafe space. So it works exactly the same. It's the same system. We just have different worlds that you can walk around in. And so this is more of the theater world. This one also has seats that you could click on, and they teleport you to look from different views. We'll have actual sitting animations at some point soon, but for now you get to go into the different seats to get views, and you can watch with your friends.
Now, you have a backstage area for the theater in this, and there's what looks to be like a stool and a seat and somebody that's gatekeeping that. will there be areas that you have inside your build, inside your world, that are off limits to some people, can't get back through there? Or how deep down are you going to get with some of these features?
That's been something that we've been talking about building, but we don't have a specific time frame for when we were going to build host only areas. But that's something that we were talking about building into the world builder, where you can actually designate zones that would be you must be a host to access this area. And then that's the idea of like, I want to have a front of house to be able to build lights that kind of move around, or like change the scene while I have an event. So that kind of stuff is something you could do, or like a VIP area, you could also use that for. So there's lots of interesting things you could do.
It's really amazing, and I think that anybody that's watching this that had any kind of what they were dreaming of, or what they were perceiving to be this space, I really think that this is it. I mean, you're talking about Blender designed graphics, which you can do a lot of design, a lot of detail in there. The placement, the frames that you're talking about, the feature set. I think that this is really going to take Upland. It's going to bring it into an entire new level. A new experience like this will draw players that have been otherwise a little bit sidelined, that are waiting for this. But I really do think that it's going to show. And if people don't already understand the value that you brought to this, Max, and tip of the hat to the Upland team for getting you involved in it. And it's what a great move, and what a great positive. It's just such an excitement for this experience to come in. Is there anything else that you have for us, Max, that you weren't supposed to tell? But you can go ahead. Just because we're all friends here, there's just 3 of us and a few people. It's okay. Don't worry about Idan and Lisette and Dirk. It's fine. We'll pay for it in Vegas. Buy some drinks.
Well, I can't get into too deep of a details, but I can announce 2 other things that we're working on. We're going to be releasing a marketplace where you can buy drinks. Speaking of drinks, which will get you, when you buy a drink, that'll get you temporary special avatar animation moves. So you get dance moves and reactions, and so that should be rolling out very soon. And then after that, we're also working on subscriptions. So you'll be able to actually, the owner of a cafe will be able to sell subscriptions to their space, and then share public invite links to be able to invite people there, and they have to actually to sign up for that subscription to get access to your space. So that and then there will be a preview mode for the people who don't, so they can come in and kind of see things from a fixed viewpoint. But more of that coming soon, and then 3D objects. That's something where we're actively working on and trying to figure out how we're gonna launch those soon. So how do objects from Upland that you guys get to decorate with, how do we bring those in to show off in your actual worlds? So that's all stuff that we're actively working on and should be coming soon.
It's so great. This well of excitement and anticipation for what's about to hit, and I am so thankful that you came in today and were able to share a little bit with us. I think that for people who are just now people watching it live and people that are going to watch the replay and listen to this later, this is the moment. This was the moment that started this entire process. I mean, I know you guys have been doing, you worked up so long to do this like a band that gets big. We've been doing this for 10 years, just because we got, learn about it now. But it really, to be able to talk about it and share it with Uplanders and to be a part of it, it's really something special. Last thing before I let you go, Max, can you drop a hint? Will you be in Vegas for Genesis Week?
I'm not sure. I don't have plans currently, so I'm not sure. We were there last year. I won't say no, but I'm not sure at this point.
Let's get a line item budget. Let's go. Let's set Dirk. Let's get this guy in. We gotta have him we gotta have Max in Vegas. Can't do Genesis Week without Max in Vegas. So, well, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much again. We really look forward to more from Nowhere and learning all about the tools and digging into this now. and I do feel like people will really be appreciative of the channel that you create if that's where you're going with Upland, and then head over to Max's Discord and see all the goodies and get to. Is it yournowhere.io? Is that the URL? Is that right?
Just nowhere.io.
Nowhere.io. And we'll of course put those links in there. Max, thank you so much for taking the time out today. We really appreciate it. And thank you for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the wizard behind the curtain. It is Max.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you all for having me. Excited to see what you all build and do with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Max from out of nowhere.
Bye, everybody.
All right. We'll give him the hand clap, of course.
All right.
For Max. All right. That was amazing.
You didn't see what was going on, did you?
Oh, I need to bring Lefthouse. It reminds me of when the movie, I'm going to blow up, the Schwarzenegger movie where they're on Mars and he's screaming into the video camera. He's like, I need to be in. You need to get me in. Let's get Lefthouse in. Oh, there you are.
I'm in, man.
You're in.
I've been here the whole time.
I know you.
I've been trying to talk to you, and you're just like talking over me like a rude host. But I love it. I'm not used to being on this side of the desk. This is weird.
I know you are
being quiet. I'm like, I don't know. What do I do? Do I say something? Yeah.
Well, hey, I had to save. Let's see.
That was great. No, you didn't see what was going on. We were inside the theater there. All the Lefthouse, all the movie posters from all the movies I ever made up on the walls. And he walked backstage, and I was really excited, but he didn't turn around.
Oh no!
If he would have turned around, we would have saw a little something, little Uplando something. So,
oh my God,
you got to go in a theater to find it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's the tease. You want to see something special? You want to see something special? You know.
And it's the theater. You can go in a theater now in Upland. You can go right over, hover over it, the little tabs there, and you can go walk around.
We're going to talk about, this is the second segment of the show. If you're just joining us in the Upland City Center Plaza in San Francisco, California, welcome.
I'm going to go there right now.
Yeah, get over there. I'll give you the address. I should have the address. I think it's 52. I should know this.
Look at this. Upland Theater Experience. They got
Upland
a little, little ad right there for it.
Live in the app.
That's it. Go now. Yeah. Oh, they're telling we're live. They know that. That's cool.
Oh, of course they do. It's 52 Grove Street, San Francisco, California. Get over there, check it out.
52.
We'll now be able to test the capacity. Left is what we'll do. Let me do this right. I had all this queued up for you. I want to give you the royal treatment.
Okay,
here.
I'll shut up.
All 6'10" of you, be quiet so I can get you going in here, ladies and gentlemen. For the second segment of the show,
the tallest man in Upland. Sorry, you
right.
do my intro. I'll shut up.
That's right. It's a true story. For our second segment of the show, I had all this good stuff. Let me get back there. This is what happens when you completely get lost. But this is typical for Uplando Lefthouse show. All right, here we go. Second segment coming in, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one and only DJ Brian McGuire Lefthouse. What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
It is Lefthouse, ladies and gentlemen. The artist, writer, director, actor, DJ, the original Upland content creator, is here to give us the lowdown on his special Upland build. It is his structure, it's theater, it's unique. He is going to give us the lowdown on the movie Rabbit Hole and a little bit more things, more than that. Just we're going to talk all about it. So let's welcome him to the stage here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Live. It's so good to have you. I can't. There's so much to talk about. I don't know how I'm going to squeeze it all in.
Yeah.
And I know you're dying to talk, so I'm going to do all the.
Oh, am I? I'm always dying to talk.
I know you are. So I'm going to get the oxygen. I'm going to take up some oxygen while people are holding their breath. We'll get it back in. I'm going to give you the grand intro because I really do want to put some emphasis on this. When I say that that Left House is the original content creator, the original UCN member. That's how I see it. Along with, I don't know who was first, I don't know who was to claim that being that broadcaster role, maybe the Upix podcast guys. But really, when I found Upland and I looked for content creators, I did some deep dive and searching around, and I found this cat with very he was in a suit and a big old tie, and his hair was all crazy, and he was doing the Upland Daily News. Was it Upland Action News?
The Upland Action News.
Upland Action News. And he was talking about Upland and NFTs and all these things, and it was just I couldn't wrap my mind around it. I had to get 2 or 3 episodes deep in to understand what was going on. But you were the content creator that inspired me to do what I'm doing now. If there was no Left House, there would not be an Uplando show. So, That's good cool. Sir, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that, and I don't know how much that means to me, because it really did set that entry level where I felt like I could do it. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, you would come on the show, every Friday for a long time or something like that. We did. Yeah. My favorite time in the world was when you came on the show, always. And the crazy thing, now that we have the Lefthouse Theater, like when I come back to streaming, like my streams will be ran out of the theater and whatnot. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to bring the Upland Action News back, and it's gonna have to be an Uplando Lefthouse show. It's gonna have to happen.
Absolutely. I like that. I love that idea. I think it's a good idea.
I like putting you on the spot in public here, so you can't say no.
Get commitment on camera. Is that
you heard it here first, folks?
You heard it here first, folks. It's another first. So this is they're the entire time that you have been somebody who's been in Upland.
You say original content creator. We can even go back to I think I was the third artist spotlight in Upland's history as well too.
Yes.
So that's old school stuff.
That is old school stuff.
I don't think I think I killed it though. I don't think they've done another artist spotlight since me.
Well,
no, that's not true. They have.
But I think they may have done it with Jackie Tsai, but for an actual Uplander first that I know of, and I think John was his name John? That was the very first. I have that in the Upland Tome of Knowledge somewhere around there. People, if you got the Tome of Knowledge hanging around somewhere, you'll find.
Well, I mean, I can't remember the first artist, but I don't think he was an Uplander. But Mars was like the first Uplander, I think.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Since you said that, let's do
the great and wonderful Mars, Utah.
The great and wonderful. Oh, that's not it. That was wrong. That was very wrong. Hold on, we gotta.
Uplanda, you're a bloody drongo.
I know. If I didn't make a mistake, I wouldn't know. But
the name's Big Mars, a Mr. Buena Vista, a Mr. Race around the park and light your whip up.
Oh, there it is, right there.
There it is.
Utah, bringing it in. Can't miss the opportunity to get the Mars, Utah. So, yes, you had been spotlighted as an artist, and there was Block Explorers Limited. You did some really great artwork, but the depth of your artwork and who you are as an artist, it would take us. And I even started a series with you to do that. It's still over on YouTube, and interviewing you and talking about your entire history of art and who you are. But for the people tonight, and what we really want to spotlight you on is this theater build. You're everything. You're the key grip, you're the lighting, the sound, the artist, the director, the actor, all rolled in one, and you make films, you make movies. Is that fair as an overall assessment?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I do. I've worn every hat that you could possibly wear on a movie, from every stage, even doing taxes, right? But I'm not always wearing every hat. It seems that way kind of lately. But I have other people that help me make these movies too, It's
good. Well, and look, you have been LA, the years that you've been in LA, what were the primary years that you were in LA?
Well, I'm still in Los Angeles. I've been here since 99, I think. So what's the math on that? Like 80 years, I think?
Yeah,
85, 83, somewhere in there.
You just count the ring. You just cut a leg off and count the rings on your leg, and then in the tree, like a tree.
Yeah.
No.
But I've been here for a minute or two, and it's been nothing but kind to me as a filmmaker for sure.
Well, I got into Los Angeles right at the end of 99 and the first of 2000. So we were there at the same time, probably crossing paths, passing each other somewhere, somehow during the time we were there. But
I bet I held a door for you once or twice.
Or you tried to get me to go along with, let's say a very special group. I say cult, but it did kind of had a hierarchy type of membership.
Cults.
Little culty. You can't listen. You can't be in LA for a minimum year. You're definitely going to be you're going to be invited to a organization, right?
Maybe, yeah. It's happened to me a few times. Yeah. I've escaped a few places, few rooms. Definitely.
Had to parachute out.
Yeah.
So, having been in the industry and looking all around it and doing all the things, this was one of the features that attracted you to Upland. Hey,
this was my dream. This was the dream when I found Upland. No joke. I mean, I was like, I got into crypto in 2017. And I'd read 1,000,001 white papers from all these different, crypto companies and whatnot. And I literally saw the future for entertainment, for film, for music, for art, all here on the blockchain. I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to change the future. And I was looking for, crypto video games or whatnot. I was playing Splinterlands a bunch and stumbled into Upland. And I was like, what the heck is this? And quickly jumped in and found discords. I don't even know, but right away once I got in, I was like, I want to run a movie theater out of here. And in the early days we did somewhat of a version of a Upland movie theater where you had to go visit my theater property, not the one where the movie theater is now. I actually purchased an old school indie theater, an old art house theater that's in San Francisco, and I kind of use that as my location. And I had tickets on wax NFT tickets or whatnot. You go to the thing, I would send you the ticket or whatever. And it would kind of, we had an exclusive room on our Discord where people would come and watch the movies. But this is what I was always waiting for. You know what I mean? This 2D experience where you can go in and there's the community's there. We can watch the movies. We're gonna do so many crazy events out of the Lefthouse Theater. My heart is beating so fast, it's insane. No, I'm not even joking you. This is nuts. All right, sorry, your turn.
Wait, what was that? I
just screamed. I just got really loud.
I had some other had an airplane went by in the.
I think I heard that too.
It was crazy.
It was wild.
So. No, you were perfectly going along. Yes, having people, that is bizarre. That is bizarre. I'm not for sure what that is. As you are now getting to have this come to fruition, you are waiting for this. You kind of, you look at it, you somewhat shelve it, put it kind of, like movies do, like you do with a movie, right? You get it all done. All of a sudden, you got some things going on. You put it on the shelf. Time comes around. The moment comes that you actually get to do what it was that you had originally intended to do. And this is it. So 2024, you get the call. The llama picks up the phone, dials you up and says, hey, we're ready to bring your feature in. Tell me about the Rabbit Hole feature and why it's the first movie that you're going to bring as a theatrical release, the first ever cinematic Upland theatrical release of a movie in your theater.
Well, for one, it's very crypto centric. So if you're in Upland, you probably know a little bit about crypto or whatnot, and you might have had an experience, or if you've heard all the lores and the stories that are in crypto, the Satoshi, how he disappeared, all these things. There's many, many different variations of crazy stories. You hear about the cartel, you hear about the, all these different governments getting in. So, that's sort of all inspired, and my own obsession with the crypto and the crypto space and stuff was I really want to make a movie about this world. And so we shot it in 2019, and then, the world went crazy. So I took my time making the film, and it's, coming out as well on like mainstream streaming sites and stuff. I don't know which ones yet, but I'll be finding out here in the next week or two. I'm assuming, and so I've got it set up also to come out on other blockchains as well. But this being like, for the last 3 or I don't even know how many years it's been that like being part of Upland and just I've always been a super like I just love what they do or how they do it and how like even like through bull runs or bear markets, yeah, sure there'll be some sort of effect from it, but like it just seems like it beats to its own drum. Like Upland always has its own sort of ecosystem that kind of sort of dances in its own way. So there's something about that I really feel like, man, there's longevity here. And what a way to celebrate the movie, to bring everybody together for like a live stream. And then after that, I'm gonna leave the movie up in the theater for a week, so anybody in Upland can come in and watch the movie. It'll be like a link, you'll find the screen and you'll be able to press play and watch it at your own leisure. But the first screening, is going to be 7:00 Monday night, and it's says capacity 75, but after the meeting I had earlier, I believe that's going to be lower. But then there's going to be basically like maybe 1 or 2 mirror rooms. So essentially, like if the first room gets packed out, which we believe it will, it'll kick people into the other 2 mirror rooms. So one of the things that they said to me when they came to me is like, do you want to run the theater? And, I was like, yes. And then the conversation was like, this is an experiment. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, like, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. Like we're doing things that haven't been done yet before. So, there could be some trial and error bugs on the edges, but that's what some of this is for, to work that stuff out. And we all got to come together and crash the system like we do on drop day, and stuff like that. So so let's hope and pray that everything goes as smooth as possible, and we get this, the feature plays and everything's great. But just know, like, we got to be patient. Sometimes things might happen or whatnot. I'm gonna be the chillest dude in the world on Monday night. Whatever happens will, but I'm very excited to share this movie with you guys. I think you're gonna love it.
Oh, I am too. And we're gonna get into what the premise of the movie is. And Lisette had just dropped in and said it's gonna be overflow rooms, so there will be
overflow rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're called.
Yeah, that's what the kids are calling it these days.
Yeah,
that's what the cool kids call it.
Overflow rooms. I just made up mirror rooms. I just made that term up. Maybe they want to adopt it or not. I don't know. And it's shorter, mirror rooms. But no, overflow works. Yes.
That's leftisms are a thing. If you haven't had, the leftisms are a definite thing, so that you can.
I am a leftism creator. This is true.
I am walking around in the theater right now on my phone. I'm checking it out. That's why I was looking down.
You're looking for your piece, aren't you?
I'm looking for my piece, man.
I'm going to go to the backstage area.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm jumping up on the stage.
I wish you could bring it to the screen.
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm gonna bring it to the screen here.
Sweet. Yeah, I just don't have the access.
When they first started talking to you about this, and you started to look into this, and were you, from where you had your expectations set and where they are right now, did they meet your expectations, exceed your expectations, lower than your expectations?
No, I was nervous at first just because of I'm not like a coder person or whatever, so I didn't know how difficult it was going to be to get in and kind of just set up the movie, set up the posters and all that. So the basic stuff. I know there's like way more I can do if I do figure out how to blender it up a little bit here and there, and I'll figure that out. Or if anybody out there knows Blender well, hit me up.
That's right, exactly. It's always if you got the skills, hit it. Get in there with Lefthouse.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Let's see if we can get. Oh, look at there on the. Oh, if I did it.
Oh yeah, up on the wall there.
Little Uplando show on the wall in the theater. I'm
gonna do different things. Like as I was like just putting the posters in the main theater area. Like I put all 8 posters up for all the movies that I've made so far. And it's like, man, I can do gallery. I can have just a different gallery every day. which I'm gonna do crazy things. You know, I have millions of ideas. You know, I've been like creating not just films but like music and stuff forever. Like I have so many I have so much music, I have so much stuff, and like, you know, it's endless. So there'll be different themed rooms, different themed days, you know, like all sorts of stuff. And also too, like the company that's putting out Rabbit Hole on the mainstream movie streaming services and sites is called Indie Rights, and I've been working with them forever. Like they've put out a few of my other films, and they've been in like the online streaming game since like the early days. So like they're basically going to partner with the Lefthouse Theater, so I can get like, they have over like 15,000 titles in their library or whatnot, and you know, so we're going to curate some awesome movies out of their collection to run during movie nights and stuff like that in the theater. So I'm excited. Plus I have a bunch of friends with incredible films and stuff. I got, you know, access to a bunch of really rad stuff. So
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And dance parties. I'm kind of,
Dance-
you know, I made a living as a house and techno DJ for about 10 years of my life. And I'm obsessed with it again. So I'm going to start like doing, you know, music nights out of the theater as well.
I mean, this is it. This is it. This is one of the components of Upland, the features that we've been waiting for so long. And it brings, I mean, it feels like it brings so much to this world to be able to go into a structure that you own and looking at the quality of the build that Nowhere has put together, and you being able to immediately go in with not a level of difficulty, such a high set level of difficulty. You were able to put your movie posters on the wall.
Super easy. Yeah.
Super easy.
And there's so much more. Like, yeah, they made it very, very simple. So once, you know, everybody gets to get in and build their own cafes and whatnot. Yeah. Just, I'll tell you right now, simple.
It's so good. And the point that you're making is that now you will have a stream of revenue. And, you know, Max had talked about that. There are drinks that are coming. There you know, merchandise and shops. This really brings together a new era in the world of Upland and how they start to bring this on and roll this out. So I just feel like this is one of the biggest pieces of news, and not just talking about it. It's there. It's it's really real.
It's real. And you can go into the theater right now, watch the trailer. It's on the walls in the main theater. You can check it out there if you want to see what the Rabbit Hole is all about and get yourself hyped up for the movie.
Get yourself all good. Now we're going to talk a little bit more, but I'm going to take a station identification break here real quick.
All right, yeah. I have to go away for 1 second as well too. So
go right ahead, do so while you're away. Audience attendance, this is your entry to win. So here's what you got to do. Anybody that's listening right now to the live show, all you have to do is, I want to thank everyone for an attendance that has been here. Thank you so much. The support of this community is amazing. Upland staff members, they're so generous, and they give us all these goodies and things to talk about. So really appreciate that. And for you audience members attending live during the show right now, those of you who submitted your Upland in-game name into the chat, there's going to be some lucky attendees that will be chosen at random, and they'll be receiving some in-game goodies. Let's call it that, some in-game goodies. But if you go now, not now, sorry, to go after the show, and use the in-game messaging. All you got to do is go into your Upland app, the left-hand side, just click on that chat bubble. If you haven't enabled your chat bubble, like your chat in game, you're going to want to. It's going to prompt you for doing that. There's down to the right-hand side, to the left, there's a little chat icons, and then you'll click that and it'll say enable chat. Click in there, and that will open your personal direct message chats. But when you're prompted, you'll see the other channels in there. Go into the general channel. It's called general. There inside the in-game messaging system in Upland. And what you're going to do is, to be eligible to win the super special big under the tree prize, is just type in, I was at the Uplando show in the Upland General chat, and I will pick somebody at random, and one lucky attendee person that posts in there is going to get a very super cool big prize. So please do so. That will help you. It's a great way also because you've got to enable your personal chat so that people can get a hold of you. I can't tell you how many times there would be a banana or somebody that comes in to that DMs me or that goes into Discord and says, hey, how in the world do I get a hold of somebody? I can't. They haven't enabled their chat. Well, let this be the spur to get you along to enable the chat. So we'll get back here with Lefthouse here very soon. But again, nowhere.io, Max, having those world builder tools that's going to allow you to get in there. If you know Babylon JS, if you've got skills as a developer, this is going to be your platform. And I see a couple people in the Discord general typing in, I was at the Uplando show, Manfu and Banana. Now, one more time, what you're going to want to do is after the show, you're going to want to go into the Upland app, the actual Upland app. In the lower right-hand side, you're going to see the little chat bubble. You click on that and go through the process of enabling your chat. Enable your chat so that people can message you in game. When you see that general channel inside the Upland app, that's where you're going to be putting that little drop message in there. I was at the Uplando show in the in-game chat. I'll pick somebody from out of there. So it's another little way. There've been, Upland's been doing what's it called? Quality of life improvements as we go on. So there you have it. Lefthouse, are you back with us, my friend?
I'm back, baby.
Back to the show. Coming back,
in. I'm back.
See you. I know there must be like
I'm on screen.
Lag.
Yeah, well, if you're not looking at the StreamYard, there is a lag.
There's a lag. Okay.
You have to be with us on the StreamYard to be in the present.
I understand. So this movie,
yes,
Rabbit Hole, the first theatrical release, as I understand it, and from you pulled a lot of different. I mean, talk about throwing the line out to see who will to go hook on and be along with this ride for you. And
sure, for sure. Well, okay, let me tell you the funny story about how this movie came to be.
Okay.
It was a month or so before Christmas, before December, and like 2 months before December in 2019. And my mom was like, there was a car for me in Chicago waiting for me. So I was like, I got to go pick up a car and drive it back to Los Angeles. I should probably make a movie about it. So then I started writing the script for Rabbit Hole. And then, I always employ many of my family members to act in my films and whatnot. My brother, Emmett, who he's been in all my films. He's an incredible creator himself. My mom is a professional improv actor, so she plays herself in it. But over the years, making all the films that I've had, I've been fortunate enough to meet and work with some of my heroes and legends. And so the great and wonderful James Duvall, who plays the bunny in Donnie Darko, has a cameo in Rabbit Hole. And then Oscar-nominated John Hawkes also has a cameo in the film. And, both those guys are incredible actors. There's a couple other incredible actors that you might recognize, from one movie or another that might pop up in the film as well. But so the movie starts in Los Angeles and goes to Chicago by way of Amtrak train, and then from Chicago it goes to Las Vegas for the big New Year's countdown. And we were shooting live during the holidays, and it was madness and chaos. Shooting on the train, shooting on the road, just just going for it. It was super fun, and it really came together in a really crazy way.
To be a filmmaker and to shoot in these locations, you there's everything from the Gonzo style shooting where you're like, okay, everybody get ready. Is everybody ready? Okay, we're gonna get out on the street. Just gonna get this shot. Make sure you're not being found out that you're in the street. We don't have a permit, and you go out and you shoot. When you're in an enclosed in a train in that scenario, it not only is it loud, but you're also having to set up these shots and get the shots. And I can't imagine how many times you went.
Well, also too, you got to realize too that I'm not only the director and the cameraman. I'm also in front of the camera too. So it's quite difficult to set up a shot on a moving train, you know, like, and then get in front of it. The camera would just fall over. I would have to like dive out of the seat and try to catch it and stuff. It was nuts.
It's exactly what I, that I had the scenario in my mind is that again, these hallways are not very big hallways. It's a one person, excuse me, you got to turn sideways to get past each other. So setting up those shots and doing it all, the editing must have been, I mean, I can't even imagine.
There's an evil Santa Claus in the movie Uplando who's chasing me through the train. And you know what? I played the evil Santa Claus too. How am I chasing myself? You got to see the movie to find out.
That's very, very meta, and I dig it. So the movie, you travel throughout. Where do you end up? Where is the big third act? Where do you
Vegas, Las Vegas, baby?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say
Las Vegas?
Yeah,
that's right.
That's amazing.
I'm planning on being a Genesis week too. I'm gonna do it. So
are you? Hey, all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, like now that I have a theater, I have to represent. Like I've got like an important, thing to run, and I got to show up and wear a tie and stuff. I'll have a tie on.
I loved it that you were there last year. You were
I wasn't there last year. I missed last year. It was the year before.
Wait, no, it was last year.
Yeah, no,
it was last year.
No,
2020. Get out. No. Wait, come.
I missed 23. I'm telling you, I wasn't there.
No, you were 22. There.
No. I only been once.
So so that's how I am with this too. So you were you're my buoy. I was hanging on to you for dear life.
Yeah. What were you? That happened 2 years in a row?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. No, just the one.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing. It'll be fantastic to have you there. I'm sure the team will have something special for you. And for those of you that are going to attend Genesis Week, that is during the time in which, I mean, June 6th through 9th, when the first opening of Upland, that was like the first day, the first mint that happened out. And it's Genesis Week is what they call it. They'll do something that is digital, and they'll also do live in Las Vegas. They've got some information out there. Now you can go over to Upland Discord or on the website and check it out. Do get your tickets. Do get yourself and your arrangements all squared away. I do think, and if Lisette Next One are still listening in, we would really like to see that block of rooms that we get the discount on. Hint, hint, wink, wink, so that we can get some accommodations set in. I'm
sleeping on your floor.
He's just in the shower, sprawled out. So 3 people in the room. That's fine. That's great. Yeah. Come on. We should do the penthouse because Sahara has a great penthouse. And you know what? I think Lefthouse, you've made a good point. Lisette, Dirk, Idon, X1, it would be great if you guys can go ahead and pony up for the mods in the UCN. Just get the penthouse for us.
We all share one room. It doesn't matter.
It's like Animal House. And then we'll film a movie, and then Left will be there. We'll direct it all, and that will be Genesis Week. The movie.
Genesis Week, the movie. We'll screen it. We'll screen it in the theater.
This is just like being in a pitch meeting. I think we did really well, and I think we're going to hear back, and they're going to greenlight this sucker, and we'll get a budget, and off we go.
Yeah. We'll have the robots write up the pitch packet tonight, and we'll be off to the races.
AI, there you go. Let's see. We got people messaging me in there. Oh, 1 year. Okay, 1 year. Let's see what we got here. Anyone who's purchased ticket receipt.
Thanks everybody for coming to the show right now. This is awesome.
I do, and we're going to wrap here because I know we're running a little bit long. Anyone who
they're trying to kick me out of the office, I think.
Oh, okay. Anyone who purchased a ticket just received info on discounted lodging. That just in. I wish I had the news. I used to have the newsreel sound effect to log in. But back to being on track.
Back to life.
Lefthouse, man, again, you know how this happens. We can do this for hours and hours and hours. I really do appreciate you coming in. It's amazing that you got to collaborate with Max from Nowhere, and that you guys were able to do this with the Upland team and Max and you, and it, in my opinion, they really nailed it. I think you feel the same way. I
do.
I do think that they nailed it on this one, and the continuation of the involvement of this Upland platform is something that we have all wanted to see. Those of you who've been patient, thank you so much for doing so, and those of you who are are really getting ready to get into this and been here for the long run, it's going to pay off. And this is one of those features that is. So I'm so very excited. Left House, is there anything else that you want to let the folks know before you get on out of here, before they kick you out of the office?
Oh, I just want to say hello to my older brother who's in the audience there. It's good to see you there, Fading. It's wonderful. Oh no, I'm hyped, so hyped for this movie. I'm so hyped to do it in this way, to do it in Upland. Thank you guys for tuning in for this. Pennybags Jr. in the house. I love it. Yeah, it's cool. This is it's like Christmas coming early, as they say.
Really
this is what I've always dreamed of happening right here. On Monday night, this movie in Upland in the theater, the Lefthouse Theater, is crazy. Thank you, Uplando, for all your help.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you. And like you said, once again, tell people.
Sensei! Sorry.
Tell people when this is happening. So it's happening this after the weekend.
Monday, 7 p.m. PST. That's the Pacific Standard Time, as they say. Are we in PST or PDT? And they switch it around here. I don't know why. Los Angeles, 7 p.m. You'll find it that way. Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there.
Excellent.
In the theater.
Well, man,
fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will definitely talk, and we'll see each other, of course, at Genesis Week, but we'll do much more after that. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one, the only.
I don't hear anything.
It's Lefthouse.
Oh, there it is.
It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's the Left. Thank you so much for coming in.
Peace, everybody. Should I end stream, or what do I do?
For now, I'm going to stay on. If you want to stay on with us Left, unless you want to drop off.
No, I'll leave. You stay. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. We're just going to do a few things on closing. I know the Upland, the UPX podcast, those guys are going to be on here in just a little while. Let's see what else we got going on. People are dropping me in the news and information. Let's see. The music was low then. Sorry about that. Getting in there. Yes, but if you only knew what I did and how I pulled this together today. Cheese knows. Cheese was privy to the situation today, but we'll skip that for now. All right, let's get in there. One additional follow-up to that message. Yes, right now, breaking news. Emails with discount lodging has been sent to anyone who has purchased a ticket through Eventbrite, I believe is where it is, to go to Genesis Week. Rooms and rates are limited. Check your email. Hurry and buy. I feel like I shouldn't have said that and waited so I could go over there, because now I'm going to be fighting for rooms. No, get in there. Get yourself that discounted room rate, limited number of rooms. And hey, the early bird tickets are, I'm sure, completely gone, but you can get yourself a ticket over there at Eventbrite. Look at announcements in the Upland Discord. Check it out so that you can be there with us. I know that we're going to see a Shacklin, a Djac, a More Cheese, a Lefthouse. We'll probably see Banana. We'll see Banana Simulation. We're going to see Ustag for the first time coming in. What's going on, Use? So many other people that are going to be there at this event. It's the place where you can network and meet the people that you've been interacting with this entire time at Upland. It is really very cool. I into the amount of work that they put into it behind the scenes, and all for the Upland team does. It's really something to behold, how they put it together and they pull it off. So it's going to be really, really, really great. I got a few more people typing me in there. Go ahead, if you know who you are. Go ahead and tap those keys if you have something else for me before I get out of here. This was a special edition show. I'll be back more frequently, and we'll be working with Lefthouse and some other people to bring you some more shows and bring some more specials and news and information here in this nowhere build here in the Citizen Plaza. And who knows, maybe some applications will open. People will be able to actually go in and do some more with these special builds and work to get their dream of their meta venture slice of the land and their structure in as a part of this interactive experience that we're checking out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the evening. I hope that you went over and did the thing after the show. You're going to want to get into that in-game Upland app. You run right over there. You go into the messaging, lower left-hand side, chat bubble, boom. You'll see the channels there. Go into general, say, I was at the Uplando show. We're going to pick one random winner out there for a very cool prize. Enable your messaging so that people can message you. Tell you, hey, you got this property. I've been wanting to buy this from you. Come on. This is what this is about. I want to trade you. I got this NFT that I want. That's how you do it in that messaging system. For more information, a little bit more drilled down, head over to Upland's Discord. Check out all the channels that are there. And join us. Please do join us. All right. That's it. That's it. It's the time. Let's do it. We did it. That is another one for the books here in the City Center Plaza, Uplando, doing the show, broadcasting live in a Nowhere 3D experience. We had so much information. We had Max from Nowhere. We had Lefthouse. We got news and information about these builds, the special things that are going to be coming, the streams of revenue. It's here, people. In Structure Experiences, it's here. It's not just a dream anymore. It's actually coming. So check us out in Upland's Discord server, community projects, contests, and tools. Watch on YouTube, listen on Spotify. I'll be dropping the link. Congratulations to all the attendees. Thank you for attending. Be kind to yourself and others. Have yourself a good night. All right, everybody. That's the end of the show. Have yourself a good evening. I'll look to see if there's any of the last questions here in the after show. A little bit choppier. Yeah, the audio there. Look, thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you guys later on. We'll see you in the metaverse.